excited. Good morning, YouTube, and good morning, TikTok. We're watching Live with LWL Lindsay with Love on November 13th, 2024 on you guys, is it Wednesday already? Is it Wednesday? What day are we on? Wednesday already? Oh my gosh. Holy cow, the time is flying. Bex, welcome to the chat. Thanks for being here. Jenna's in the house. Hey, Jenna. Tiger Green Eyes, Jennifer Owen, welcome to the chat. Hey, Denise, welcome to the chat. G. Harper, welcome. Welcome. Okay, so I was battling with technology, so sorry I'm a little bit late to my own show. What's what's new, right? What's new? But today we're going to talk about how I believe we are living in all different realities and how to use that information to actually create your best life. And it's something that I've kind of hinted at before, and it's something that I've kind of put together over the past couple of days from a mental perspective, from a download perspective. You guys know when I'm walking my steps in the morning, I do receive lots of information. And so we're going to talk about it today. It's a little bit annoying because I had to download my notes. Does anyone have any issues with their notes on their iPhone, sending them to your email? Anybody? If you do, can you help me? Because I do. I have a big issue with that. And I had to do like pictures and then email myself pictures. It was a very strange thing. It's Leslie. Welcome to the chat. Hey, Lydia. Sorry, Linda. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Thank you guys for all the likes. For all of you that are new here, I appreciate you being here. Say good morning to me. I am not going to bite. And we are having a really great conversation today. All right, Melissa. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for being here. So first, I'm going to actually start off the conversation, and I think I'll start doing this from now on, just by asking you how you're feeling. How's your day going so far? I mean, it's quite early for me. It's only 9:18 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. So my day's going pretty well. I got a meditation in. The house is pretty nice and organized. I got 5,000 steps in. I started wearing a weighted backpack while I'm getting my steps in. So that's exciting. I'm doing some castor oil packing. Good. Okay. So on a scale, thank you, VIP Deborah, for that. On a scale of like 1 to 10, 10 being great, 1 being not so great, how is your day going? I'm curious simply because, I'll ask you at the end of this show, and I think what you're going to find is that by the end of hanging out with me every day, you're going to feel a little bit better. That's my hope anyway, because that's what I came here to do, is help empower you. And when you're empowered, you feel really good. So my hope is that you kind of tap into yourself now. How are you feeling? And then by the time we're done with the show today, we'll be feeling even better. All right, let's keep going. Shani Lee, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. I hope I'm saying your name right. Arlene, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. So let me get you guys, this is just like so wild how I have to do this today. It's so like, bear with me if you're new, because typically I'm a little bit more organized, but my technology wasn't being my friend today. Wasn't being my friend. Danielle McBride, welcome to the chat. Thanks for being here. Too early to tell. Hub says 3rd interview tomorrow. Bex, I'm sending you all the best energy. Focus on the signing of the paperwork, right? Focus on the signing of the paperwork. Thank you for being here. For all of you that are new, welcome to the chat. All right, let's get going. So I had this idea come through my brain, as they do. I call them downloads. Some people call them insights, epiphanies, whatever you like to call them. I call them downloads because I've been receiving them since I became clairaudient back in 2021. And that's how I kind of view them in my life, as true downloads from a greater energy, one that is smarter than me, more loving than me, more wise than me, and all the things. And I get all this guidance all the time, as you guys know, and I use this guidance to create my reality. Okay, the sun is still not right. I kind of have like, my eyes are very sensitive this morning, so sorry. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's better. Okay. All right, 1 or 2. Okay, so I had this idea come through my brain, and I have my notes right here, so I'm going to share with you kind of, and we're going to just woo it out, have a nice conversation. We're going to flow together this morning. And the idea was this. It was that, and it was quite, so stay with me, right? Because this is an idea that's still evolving. It's ever evolving. But it was an idea that our past lives, whatever your comfort zone is in this lifetime, my guess is you were probably really good at that in a past life. Whatever your comfort zone. Now, this is my own thoughts. This is my own, I haven't heard anybody talk about this. Maybe somewhere in the ethers they have. But my thought is, whatever you were doing in a past life is the comfort zone you have in this life. Does that resonate for you? Does that, like, for me, it kind of hit me. I was like, oh, that makes perfect sense. It actually makes perfect sense. Why my eyes are so sensitive, you guys. I just want to like go put some sunglasses on. That's so weird. Sorry, I cannot go on there. It's just going to have to be like this today. There, that's better. Okay. Whatever your comfort zone is in this life, perhaps is what you were doing in a past life, which is why it's a comfort zone now, because you're so good at it before, right? And then you evolved, and then you came into this life because you wanted to experience more expansion and more growth. And so all of us are always kind of like, fighting to get out of the comfort zone. Face your fears, right? We always hear about that. Face your fears, get out of the comfort zone, find your faith, blah, blah, blah. I just think personally it makes sense. Your comfort zone this lifetime is everything you were good at last lifetime, and now you're here to grow and evolve. And I also could say that your comfort zones, your past lives are your comfort zones, or maybe a combination of both, your prison, right? Because if you're putting yourself in your comfort zone and you're staying in your comfort zone, everybody knows, or if you've been hanging out with me for some time, VIP Deborah, thank you for all of the likes. You guys are really tuned in. Nobody's commenting, nobody's talking, you're just listening. I love it. I love it. Because if you stay in your comfort zone, what is that other than stagnant energy? And we all know that stagnant energy causes entropy. What is entropy other than the dissolving of manifesting power, right? The weakening of a system. That's what entropy is. Thank you for the heart puffs, Jenna. I appreciate you as always. Thanks for being here. So if your comfort zone is a past life, something you've already been good at, you can kind of say, okay, well, I came to this life to be a little bit more exciting, a little bit more adventurous, a little bit more evolved and expanded. So perhaps I should really try my best to step out of the comfort zone. Maybe I should actually try. It does take courage and effort. It does take trying. Michelle, welcome to the chat. It's nice seeing you here. Chanel, thank you for the follow. Thanks for being here. Welcome to the chat. By the way, if you're new here, we do these chats. Because it's a combination and effort, a combination of efforts between me and all of you listening every single Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you ever miss the chat, you can catch me on replay on YouTube at I'm Lindsay with Love. I feel like if I take a couple of sips of coffee, perhaps my brain, I feel a little like, whoa. It is a pleasure of mine that you're here as well. So thank you. Michelle Maybell, welcome to the chat. It's nice to see you here. So you've already done those things, but you came here this lifetime to do something new, to try something new. So try something new, right? Try something new. I've been thinking about this. Angel Confidence, welcome to the chat. I have that same mug, but it says Chicago. Yeah, I have one that says LA. And this one my old boss gave to me from Germany. I don't drink Starbucks anymore. I don't support Starbucks anymore. However, I don't think it's appropriate to just throw away mugs that are like fine, like just trash them. I think it's kind of silly. Hi, Angel Confidence Self-Love. Welcome back to the chat. Thanks for being here again today. So let's take it a step further. If our comfort zone is our prison and or past lives we've already experienced, then we've got to blast through. We've got to give that part of ourselves up so that we can go into greater expansion, because your soul came here to expand in this lifetime. And wouldn't it be so sad if by the time this quick moment, they talk about like things being discovered like 200 million years ago and this and this and this. And it's like, in reality, we live like a second of the earth being alive, right? Like most people live maybe 85 years. I have a feeling I'm going to be a very old person. Like I'm going to live many years. I have this weird feeling inside of me. I wouldn't mind that because I really like to share my wisdom with others. So that's cool. Me either, but the mug is great. Yeah, exactly. It is my actual favorite mug. So not necessarily this one. I like the LA one better, but anyway. Cinnamon, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. So if you're here for like literally a second, which is basically like 85 years, but in comparison, because everything is relative, wouldn't you want to just like do some fun things? I do. Any mug that can actually hold the 12 months, 12 ounces. I was like, I think you mean ounces. Yep, I know, right? Because I on my Keurig to put strong 12. That's my go-to. Or maybe I do 10. I can't remember. I did it autocorrect. Yeah. Okay. So you only exist here simultaneously. Let's keep going. This is what happens with Lindsay on a Saturday. Okay. I'm just hanging out, and then all of a sudden this comes into my brain, and then I'm like, well, let's follow the thought. Let's keep going with this. And so continuing on, I had this idea that we exist here, only here right now, right? And this is my reality. In my reality, I am going live on TikTok. I am technically now like a TikToker, I guess, maybe like a micro influencer of sorts, but I don't really care about those labels so much as like I am really out giving my spiritual wisdom and knowledge from what I've learned on my own journey, along with the information I've collected and experimented with myself to help others. And so I exist in my reality, and that's what my reality tells me, right? But there's multiple versions of me in the world. I'm the only person in my reality, by the way, but there are multiple versions of me in the world. Thousands of versions of me. So let's break it down. And how the heck does that even make sense? Well, I only have my perspective. That's my reality. And you have your perspective, and that's your reality. Somebody watching this could say, oh, Lindsay has very red hair. And other people could say, it looks kind of orange to me, right? It's just a reality. It's a perspective. Somebody could say, oh my gosh, I love your bathrobe. And some people could say, the colors are a little bit too much for me. It's a perspective. It's reality. Okay. So you have your perspective and it creates your reality. I have my perspective, it creates my reality. And because nobody can see through my perspective, nobody can experience my senses, nobody can experience through my seeing the world through my eyes, nobody can experience my downloads, right? Because I'm my own energy, just like you are your own energy. Your energy is like your fingerprint. Nobody has it. So that's really important to remember, because that reminds you that you are the only one living in your reality. So if I'm the only one, I'm the only version of me, then how can there be multiple thousands of versions of me? Well, you've come across thousands of people in your lifetime, have you not? For sure, right? Think about every job that you've worked at. Some jobs I've worked at have had like thousands of employees. Now, did I connect with every single one of them? No, but probably a good couple hundred every single day, right? And so you have all these different versions of you kind of floating around in the ethers. Your mom sees you one way, then your dad sees you, then your brother, then your sister, then your best friend, then your other best friend, then your old boss, then your new boss, then your colleague, then the person at the barista at the coffee shop, then the restaurant, the waitress at the restaurant, right? Then the person that took your ticket at the counter at the airport. Everybody sees you different. So, oh shoot, I just accidentally closed my notes. So, so what if you just took the best pieces of all the ways people saw you, take them all, the best ones, and make that you? What if you did that? Thank you for all the likes, by the way. Jenna, your finger must be tired. Wendy Isabella, welcome to the chat. Venus, thank you for the follow. Thanks for being here. Pitt, welcome to the chat. So take all of the nicest things anyone has ever said about you and make that your reality. This is really going to help you, especially if you're living in a negative thought loop in your brain, especially around self-esteem, low self-confidence, self-worth, issues like that. This will help you train yourself into a higher frequency. Train yourself to release those limiting beliefs about yourself, because you're like, well, I'm all the best parts anyone's ever told me about me. So how could simultaneously I be the best version, all the parts that anyone's ever told me, while also honoring my limiting beliefs? You can't, right? We learned about that yesterday when we were talking with Neville Goddard, not with Neville Goddard, but we were talking conversation around Neville Goddard's teachings. Faith and fear cannot exist simultaneously. The best version of you and a self-doubt or limiting belief cannot exist simultaneously. They're contradicting energies. You have to choose one. Hey, Shay, welcome to the chat. Lisa, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the chat. Reminder to those of you that are inside of the Manifesting Club, we are manifesting tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live on Zoom. Please show up live so you can enter your desire in the chat and we can send you energy. VIP Mallory is in the house. Hey, Mallory, welcome to the chat. How are you, my friend? How do you guys feel about this conversation? Do you feel like you could do that? What if you actually just went and asked your best friend, what is the best thing about me? I'm not fishing for compliments. I'm trying to do an experiment on my life. And then you ask your mom, what is the best friend? I mean, pick people that are obviously going to say nice things about you. The best thing. And take that best thing for what it is. It doesn't have to be good or bad. It just is. Somebody could say the best thing about me is I'm rather assertive. And somebody sitting next to them could say, well, you're actually kind of aggressive and bossy. And one person thinks assertive is good because I'm going after my dreams and my goals. And the other person thinks bossy is a little bit not good. So like, be mindful, right? Let's not label it what it is. Thank you for the heart, me, VIP Mallory. Good morning, VIP Mallory says. It makes total sense, Beck says. Catherine, welcome to the chat. All my friends are here. All my friends are here and my new friends are here. I love that. So you take all these pieces of you that exist simultaneously and you put them together into your energy. Boom. Now I'm the best version of myself. Boom. It's beautiful. It really is. And then now I'm training myself, especially if you're stuck in a lower vibrational state around self-doubt, self-worth issues, value, confidence, any of those lower vibrational states. Now you can say, actually, that's not real because I know all these people told me all these good things about myself and I'm choosing to accept that part of me. Thank you for the Rosa, VIP Mallory. Whoa, it's Brandon. Thank you for the rose. I appreciate you being here. Carly Garcia, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. VIP Deborah says, I feel like I already 100% do it. It's weird that you're bringing it up and I feel I do it. Beautiful confirmation, VIP Deborah. Beautiful, beautiful confirmation. MJ, welcome to the chat. Okay, so let me open my next photo that I had to take of my notes so that way we can keep the conversation going. So yesterday we talked about this very briefly, and I'm going to talk about it again today. Now I feel like it's too dark in here. You guys, I'm really struggling with the light today. Like my eyes feel like they need their own sunglasses. Wouldn't that be cool? It's like, okay, now VIP Yafa Empress, welcome to the chat. Thank you for being here, my friend. It's nice to see you. I hope to see you tomorrow night as well inside of the Manifesting Club. VIP Erin is in the house. All my VIPs are here. All my friends are here. I love this. If you want to become a VIP, you can click this button up here. First and foremost, follow me. We do these lives Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm always sharing my wisdom that I've gained through my own spiritual awakening that started in 2019. And I'm also sharing with you what I've learned along the way from other spiritual leaders, my channelings, whatever. And if you want to be a VIP, you can subscribe to my channel for $4.99 a month. You get a VIP badge in front of your name always, and I will always call you VIP. VIP Erin, you are not late. You are just right on time. You are always in divine order, my friend. There's no such thing as late. There's no such thing as late. So yesterday we were talking a little bit about the song I was listening to, an old rap song called Flax. Ooh, I think it's by Rich Homie Quan. Anyway, the point of it is not the song. The point of it is there's one specific line in the song. I don't really resonate with the entire song, but I do resonate with some parts of the song. And so in one part of the song, he says, boy, I know my role and I play it. Boy, I know my role and I play it. And I was talking yesterday and I thought, well, that's quite an interesting line. Because if you know your role in this reality based on your energy, is there such thing as a comfort zone that you would have to blast out of? No, because you're playing your role and your role is your energetic blueprint. How do you know that? By looking at your astrology, by understanding and being in tune with your energy. Then, because why not a two to make it true? Why not a synchronicity to confirm what the heck my thought trail was already leading me to? This morning, I'm getting my steps in, listening to Brian Scott as I do. If you don't know Brian Scott, he hosts a YouTube channel called Reality Revolution. He's brilliant. And he's been on a journey for quite some time as well. He's very interested in spiritual things. And he had a video from 6 days ago about Pleiadian channelings. Now, he took these channelings, or he was reading these channelings from a book by a man named Daniel Scranton, who is a channel. And he was receiving downloads and he was writing out, and he's connecting with the Arcturian Council, and he's connecting with the Pleiadian Council and other star systems, okay? Councils within the galaxies. And the Pleiadian channeling says, you guys, literally, it's like you can't make it up. It was the most beautiful synchronicity, the most beautiful confirmation, which said, you all have roles to play. You all have roles to play as it relates to the awakening of the earth, as it relates to the expansion of your soul, as it relates to how you're connecting with others. And I was like, boom, done. This is so on par with exactly what we were talking about yesterday. All right, now I need more light. A little bit indecisive about the light this morning, you guys. There we go. Ooh, that's nice. Do you guys see that pretty little like shadow up there? Right on time. VIP Mallory says to VIP Aaron. Good morning, VIP. Deborah says to VIP Aaron. What do you guys think about this? It's a big conversation on a Wednesday morning for only like a 20-minute conversation so far. And I'm a little tired. Do you think you can do it? Do you think that you could take all of the versions of you that ever existed? And even if you can't get in touch with like people that you used to communicate with, think about like, I remember in one job specifically, I felt very confident with myself with the work that I was doing. Like I felt very like, I've got this. And then in another job, I felt like, and I'm just thinking about jobs because I think in careers, you get exposed to a lot of different people. And I think in one job, like I remember like a lot of people were really like wanted to meet me when I first got there. And like I made a lot of friends very quickly at that job. So I was rather social and I was like, I must have been exuding some charisma or whatever. So you can pick these pieces like confidence, charisma at that job, and then just tap into those energies and just bring them to your body. Tap in. It's strange. I feel like I've already been doing it. Yeah. Well, for sure. Right. And then realizing that your comfort zones now, you've already lived, which I think then is quite boring. Like, why are you still living in it? To me, that's kind of like, I look at my life as one grand adventure, one big experiment. And in my mind, I'm like, well, if I'm so comfortable already doing this, then I've already done it probably so many lifetimes. And like, what is the point now? I should be doing something different. I know I can. VIP Mallory says, thank you for the rose, Bex in progress. Thank you for the rose. That's what I've got for you guys today. I wish I had well, actually do have more. However, not really because my notes was being a little sassy. VIP Deborah says, I think you're 100% right. We're already comfortable in it and moving forward to something new and exciting. Chanel says, love it. Definitely resonates with me. I'm a Leo, so I feel like I give different impressions. Well, everybody does, right? Everybody does, but definitely Leo because you're quite expressive, I would assume, right? Based on your Leo energy. Release yourself from a comfort zone. Like, what are you doing? It for me, I feel like it's my job to like help you get out of your fear. And I know how hard it is because I worked really hard to do it myself. And when I see people, I can see them from, I view from the highest perspective, which is very beautiful, but can become a little bit like, please just do it already, but I can't say, please just do it already because that's not helpful. That's not helpful. So it's like, what maybe do you know that you're in a comfort zone at right now that perhaps if you were to just push a little outside of it, a little bit outside of it, you could. Clover, thank you for the rose. Thanks for being here. You could maybe change your entire life, right? For sure, Chanel says, yeah, VIP Mallory knows how it feels to have that Leo energy. VIP Aaron says, so many breakthroughs around this in the last few days. Yes, tell me more. Please tell me more. Whoa, it's Brandon Mack. My Venus is in Leo, Virgo Sun. Do you recommend any sleep meditations? I don't do any sleep meditations, actually, because in the night we use our Rife machine through the night, which I don't know why I'm feeling so wild today. So I don't have any sleep meditations. But Brandon, it's Brandon Mack. If you go onto Brian Scott's channel, he has created many that are like 8 hours long. It's Brian Scott. It's very simple. BrianScott on YouTube. VIP Aaron says, I appreciate your matter of fact approach to all of this. Oh, well, thank you. I think it's good morning, Clover. Thanks for being here. Thanks for saying good morning. Thanks for being brave enough to say hi in the chat. I think that's a superpower people have, which is taking very complicated things and making them very simple. And very specifically as it relates to your energy, you're likely, and I mean guilty of it, right? For many years, I was making it very complex when it doesn't have to be. Like we overthink our own energy. You're a light being. How bright are you shining today? You could ask yourself that question every single hour on the hour. How bright am I shining? And if you were shining super bright, your external world would confirm as such. Instant feedback, you guys, instant feedback, right? Reiki Ray, welcome to the chat. Good morning. Thanks for being here. Have you been here before? I feel like maybe. I feel like maybe. VIP Bex says, I'm changing my mindset to get out of fear and holding back to being positive and out of your comfort zone. Well, Bex, hang out with us and make sure to come to the spiritual chats in the Cosmic Collective. because that's where it's really at. I think I think the Manifesting Club, super powerful to really step into your empowerment, realize how powerful you are. But if you want to take it to the next level, thank you for the live on the air, Bex. I appreciate it. And lightning bolts at the same time. VIP Mallory, thank you so much. And if you want to take it to the next level, for any of you that are listening and you want FaceTime with me live on Zoom, the Cosmic Collective is really where it's at. There are already months worth of spiritual lessons inside. This month, we're really focusing on releasing fears around money inside of Cosmic Collective. But I think really where you really get your money's worth inside of that Cosmic Collective, thank you for the Heartmate VIP, Erin, is hanging out with people that are either going through it, that have gone through it, that have powered through it, and support you in some way. And receiving guidance from me, of course, but it's more about the group. I'm just hosting it, right? I'm hosting it. After watching yesterday's replay, I listened to Bashar all day while grading yesterday. Yeah, Bashar is very interesting. He really entered my reality. Shay, thank you for the Shay. Do you mind if I keep calling you Shay? Because it's wired in my brain now. But I will call you Shay Entertainment LLC if you would like, or Shay Entertainment, I think is better. Thank you for the hand hearts, VIP Aaron. Oh my gosh, you guys, thank you for it all. Bashar really entered into my frequency. You love it. Okay, thank you. Good. I'm glad. Thank you for being a title gifter, VIP Aaron. I appreciate you. Yeah. So for those of you that are looking for more for your spiritual journey, or understanding yourself better, or really releasing out of fear, because when you start to create from a place of knowingness, you know you're the creator, right? You know you're the creator. This is what I learned today as well. We can talk about it a little bit. I'm going to talk about it tomorrow as well. But it's the same from the Pleiadian channelings from Daniel Scranton. Well, I was listening to Brian Scott. No, that's going back to Shay and the D. I'm going to get my hair done. Well, go on, my friend. Shay and the D. Yeah, I love Shay. I like Shay and the D. Love Bashar and Dolores Cannon and Lindsay. Well, it's Brandon Mack. Did you just group me in with Bashar and Dolores Cannon? Because if you did, I'm wildly freaking honored. Wow. Don't forget Grandpa Bob Proctor too, because we love him. We love him. Wow, you guys. Can I just take a moment? I'm just going to take a deep breath because that was very nice. Very, very nice. Thank you for that. You guys, allow yourselves to be what you want to be. Allow it. A lot of us are resistant to our dreams because it's weird or it's different, or your parents programmed you to go to college and get a good job and be unfulfilled in your corporate role. And I'm not saying quit your whole life in the snap of a fingers. I'm absolutely not saying that. But what I am saying is start to just follow your heart a little bit more every day and see where it leads you. Chanel, thank you. Chanel Monroe, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the chat. VIP Deborah says, I feel the same way. You three are my most favorite. Oh my gosh, you guys are so, don't make me cry on a Wednesday. Oh, there's a fly in here. Amanda K, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the chat. Welcome. My whole life changed when I decided to actually do the weird thing and follow my heart. And it felt strange to follow my heart because I was programmed to be a hard worker. Money didn't grow on trees. We talked about this yesterday. But the Pleiadians told me this morning, and they've reminded me of this, you're not just co-creating, you guys, and I'm using the word just very mindfully here because I don't really like the word just. It negates and it discounts things. But from a perspective of this, it's important. You are not just the co-creator of your reality. The Pleiadians reminded me today, I was like, oh, this is powerful. You're the tool. Your energy is the tool. So you're co-creating with God, Source, Universe, Creator. We don't label it here. We just call it what it is, however you want to call it. That's up to you. I'm not going to judge you for what you call it. And you are the tool. Your energy is the tool. You are a light being. That's why I said, all you have to do is tap in every single moment. How bright am I shining? Right now, I know because I can feel like kind of like I didn't sleep well. Actually, I'm like, why is this happening to me? And I'm not going to dissect it. All I know is this. I woke up at 2:30 this morning and I did not fall back asleep right away, which I usually, if I do wake up in the night, doesn't rarely happen. But if I do, I fall back asleep right away. And last night / early this morning, I did not. In fact, my partner fell asleep before I did. And he said he was awake for 2 hours, which means I probably fell asleep at like 5:30. And I'm like, why am I so kind of like, I'm going to take some water, drink some water, get my spirulina in me. Rose Avenue, thank you for joining us. I'm doing well. It's nice to meet you as well. Rahel, welcome. I think, am I saying your name right? That just came out. So I hope I said it right. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the chat. Oh, I was watching Bashar and you popped up. Well, welcome to the chat, my friend. That happens all of the time, by the way, all the time. Somebody is experiencing something and then they jump onto my page, they jump into this live, and then I say something that's very much a confirmation or a synchronicity. So whatever Bashar was just saying for you, confirmation, right? Chanel, confirmation. I hope I'm saying your name right as well. Good morning, Collective. Shay Shay says, good morning. That's the stuff that I've done a job for the last 10 years that I did for love and not money, and now I don't love it anymore. Well, permission granted to change. You guys, your life is not one giant straight line that's cemented in, right? It's not. It's actually, the Pleiadian said, not only are you, and we'll talk about it more tomorrow because I actually have a nice kind of setup going. I've got to figure out how to email my notes to myself again. I don't know why all of a sudden it's not working. That's quite annoying. However, the Pleiadians did say, you are not only the co-creator of your reality, but you're also the tool. And they did say a part which I thought was really interesting, which was there's so many people on this earth right now that feel like they're not fulfilled in their jobs. They don't really know what they want to do. They feel they say that they're lost. They don't have any direction. They don't know which way they're going. And the Pleiadian said, actually, you should be congratulating yourself for that because it leaves you very open to all of the possibilities. And when you're very open to all the possibilities, then you can see all the opportunities. And that's why I'm always talking about dropping the labels. Please drop your labels. Because you're not just a worker, I'm not just an astrologer, and I'm not just an energy healer, and I'm not just a sister, and I'm not just a dog mom, and I'm not just I call myself a life wife because my partner and I aren't married, but I don't know why I say life wife, but that just stuck one day. I'm not just somebody who does some TikToks once in a while. I'm multifaceted. There's many parts of me. And if I were to cement myself into just one thing, could I be open to receiving all the other things that are meant for me on my path? And so the path is very winding and curvy, and not in a way that it's not forward momentum, because expansion is expansion nonetheless. Every time you're exposed to something new, you're expanding. So if you've never seen me before, and now you have, congratulations, you've just changed your frequency. It's as simple as that. And it by the way, changed to a higher frequency because I'm a very high frequency person. So allow yourself to be a little bit directionless. Now, I'm not saying don't sit around on the sofa and be like, I don't need to have any goals or dreams. Like, that's not what they're saying. But what they are saying is you're more open to possibilities, I think. So I want to see where I want to see where my life takes me, where my soul mission takes me. Because when I first started on my soul mission, my thought was that I was going to only energy heal people all around the world. And that's how I was going to succeed in my soul mission of raising the frequency of the planet. But as I was doing it, I was like, well, this could take forever. There's 8 billion people in the world. How am I going to connect with all of them? And as I followed my soul mission, very open to the suggestions of my guides, listening to my guidance and actually implementing what they say, what I've come to realize at this current stage of me fulfilling my soul mission is that I'm doing this in a way that I empower you to see how powerful you are. I'm like the catalyst that opens you up to your power inside. And the power comes from inside. The Pleiades confirmed it today, by the way.